have a monkey in your pants?
Alright folks, MonkeySpaz5000 back with another video, and it's a pickups video is what it is, and pickups have been quite rare from myself recently. I've just been trying to be a bit more sensible, he says. But yeah, and not just been buying a lot of things for the sake of buying things, but one thing that I wanted and another thing came up quite a good price that I'd been wanting for a while, so hence the pickups video. So the first item is, you can see here, Spectrum Hit Squad games. I am still ticking them off the list one by one. I'll try not to glare you with this, hopefully not. It is Slap Fight for the Spectrum, arcade game by Taito, I believe. Vertical scrolling, and you upgrade your weapons and stuff in it. But it's a game, for some reason, I never played on the Spectrum before, and I certainly wasn't aware that it was part of the Hit Squad collection. But I saw it pop up on eBay. I was like, "Ooh, I'll have that." And it's one of these rare games, actually, in the sense that it's a game that I played primarily on the Commodore 64. Now, for me, that's quite rare, considering I was mostly a Spectrum chap. But it's something I've not talked that much about before. I did have a Commodore 64, and as did one of my good friends. But I did play sort of X amount of games on the Commodore 64 primarily. Completely off topic now, but one of them being Metro Racer, Hysteria, Hardball 3, Army Moves, Slap Fight. Sort of played those small groups of games. Slap Fight's really pretty decent on the Commodore 64. Do not know what it's going to be like on the Spectrum, but I will find out. I'll be playing it soon. I'll probably do a gameplay video of it as well. So that's another one for the Hit Squad collection. Like I say, slowly coming along. I think I'm maybe halfway there. There's quite a lot of games for it. The next is a new system, a new console. Now this is something that I've been wanting for quite a while. It's something that I've had my eye on for quite a while, but prices have shot up considerably compared to what they were a couple of years ago. And I've been keeping my eye out on listings on eBay and other sites, etc., to see if one cropped up. Now, it's a system for me. It's quite prominent in my childhood. I've mentioned before, I had two friends who were brothers, and they had a lot of systems maybe first before me, and this is where I first got introduced to this system, and it was possibly one of the first super consoles is what it was being hyped as. It didn't quite work out like that, but I'll show you what it is. It is over here. It is the Panasonic 3DO. Now this is the FZ10. It's the second one the Panasonic made. They also done the FZ1, which was the front loading motorized tray, whereas this is a pop-up tray is what it is. I quite like it actually. I did also have this. I didn't have the FZ1, but I did have this at some point. I think it turned out that one of my friends' brothers had bought it off someone, and then I ended up swapping something for it or buying it off him. But this is the actual model that I owned myself for a short period of time. Certainly, I do remember that. But it's quite nice. I do quite like it. I suppose less to go wrong with it compared to a motorized tray. It's not the classic FZ1 Panasonic 3DO that everybody probably imagines when they think of the Panasonic 3DO, but it is quite nice, it's quite sleek, and I do quite like it. I'm going to put it down before I drop it, is what I'll do. But I say, it's one of these super consoles going to come out and take over the world, and then the PlayStation happened. Well, that happened, and obviously the 3DO, the console, what could have been, is probably the good way to put it. But it's a good system. I do really like it. It just didn't get the support, etc., that it should have. Now, also I got with it a controller, which surprisingly has got a very long cable, which is good for controllers those days. But it's probably all to do with the way that the multiplayers work on it. Multiplayer games, I should say. There's only one joypad port. If I can get my words out in between trying not to burp on the front of the console, but the joypads here normally have a little cover over it, so player 2 would come along and go, I'm just going to plug in here player 1 and play it, and then player 3 could plug into player 2's and so forth. So I suppose you could sit around your living room and you could all just daisy chain into each other. But again, if you're playing a game of FIFA and your mate was taking the piss, you could just go and score. Do you know what I mean? And that would be that. But I do quite like the 3DO controllers. They're quite nice. L and R, 3-face buttons, start and pause, stop. Start and stop is what it is, because it's like a multimedia console it was as well. Headphone port on the bottom, which is quite a nice feature, as long as we have volume control as well, so you could listen to music, etc. on it. But I say, two of my friends, Andy and Craig, who are both brothers, they got Atari ST before me, got Amiga before me, got Super Nintendo before me. One of these people that seem to get everything before you, but I think they had like the buying power of being two brothers who were only 2 years apart, where if they were a single child, for example, they may not be able to get X machine, but as a joint present, quite clever I suppose, they could get the newest systems, etc. I suppose for Christmas, etc. is how it works. So they had a 3DO, it was the FZ1, and I remember playing it loads and loads and loads there, so it's quite a sort of iconic system for me, and it's something I have had my eye on for quite a wee while ago. I can't remember if I already said this, but I bought one a good couple of years ago, an FZ1, quite a few games, but it came and it was faulty, and I sent it back, and since then I have sort of had my eye on it again. Now it did come with some games as well, which for the price that it was under £100 is what it was, and some of these games they sell for £20-30 each, so it was a pretty decent bargain actually, I thought. The first game is Killing Time. I'll try not to glare you to death. Killing Time. It's like, I was playing it the other day on the CRT here, and it's just like, I don't know if it's just about nostalgia level, though I never ever played this game back in the day. I was really enjoying it. You like walk about and little FMV clips play of like ghosts that you encounter, etc. But it's fun enough is what it is. Also got a little sampler CD, demo CD. They were called sampler CDs on the 3DO for whatever reason. This is one that my mates actually had back in the day because I remember it well. Is this on that actually? No, I think they also had a demo of this, but they didn't have the game. Total Eclipse. No, not played it since I got it, but it's basically like it's like Cybermorph for the Atari Jaguar, but a lot better, and you don't morph your ship. Best explanation I can come up with right now, basically. Next game, it's not too great. I do remember seeing advertisement trailers for it, and I was like, whoa. To describe it, I think you're like a dude with like helicopter blades on your back, is the only way I can think to describe it. But it's Blade Force is what it is. Sounds and looks a lot cooler than what it is. It's probably the easiest way to put it. I'll put that up there. Hopefully they don't fall soon. And this is the... Never played it actually. I think this is like an expansion to the original game, but I've got a save file for the original game on the 3DO so I can play this. But it's Shockwave Operation Jumpgate. Now I'm really not sure what kind of game this is. Never played it, or played the first game I should say, but I'll try and pick it up. But Shockwave Operation Jumpgate. So 3DO, one controller, and 1, 2, 3, 4 games, which wasn't too bad to be honest with you. Like I say, it's a system that I've been wanting for quite a while. Sort of eluded me. I'm glad to have it. Quite glad to have the FZ10 model as well. It's pretty cool. Games for the 3DO, they seem to be quite hard to come across, certainly at reasonable prices. Having a look on eBay, certain games that I'm wanting that I know of aren't available, they'll maybe pop up I suppose. But yeah, and if they do pop up they're quite costly, but I think it's one of these systems that just didn't do well. When it first came out, I can't remember how much it was, but it was absolutely astronomically priced, I think, compared to anything else out there. Unlike your likes of your Nintendo or your Super Nintendo, who they'll pay and they'll make the machine, and then they'll sell the games and they'll make money on the back of the games for the cost of the machine, I suppose. And they'll also charge licensing fees for the people who make games on the systems, whatnot. For whatever reason, EA, I'm pretty sure, the 3DO company, Trip Hawkins, that man actually, 3DO company, they basically licensed out the machine. So you had Panasonic made them, Gold Star made one, Sanyo made one, Panasonic made 2, and they were just absolutely astronomically expensive compared to anything else out there. Which obviously they didn't get a good install base at the start, and then before we knew it, the PlayStation was out and everybody was like, 3DO what? Never heard of that. So yeah, it's quite a sort of obscure-ish machine that maybe not a lot of people have heard of, or certainly possibly not a lot of people have played, but I'm quite glad to have it, and there's quite a few games that I'm looking for it as well. It's quite a capable system, to be fair. It's quite a powerful little machine, and certainly for me it's very, very nostalgic. It's cool. I love it. I love it. It's 3DO, something different, and it's something to add to the collection as well, let's say. But I'll just need to find some of the games that I want. But the good thing about it, it's no region locking, so I can import games from America, Japan. They'll play on the system fine without any issues, which is a win-win. But I'd rather buy PAL or UK, European games, if that makes sense. Before I forget, actually, let me know down in the comments below, did you ever play a 3DO? Have you ever seen a 3DO? Did any of your mates have a 3DO? Be quite curious, because I only know two people that had a 3DO back in the day. One being my two friends, and then the friend's brother, who bought that 3DO off of originally. Not that one, but the same model, if that makes sense. Because it's something that wasn't talked about at school. I think price just kept people away from it. But yeah, let me know down below if you played one, or if you had one, or if you've ever known anybody who did have one back in the day. I'd be interested to know. But I think we'll leave it there though, guys, for now. It's a very, very quick pickup video from me. As always though, thank you much for watching. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.
Do you have a monkey in your pants?